Hey guys, Marcinkin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so earlier today, both Global and JP Dokkan tweeted out this quote-unquote hint for the upcoming Dokkan Fest exclusive that we know is going to be releasing in the next few days. When they talked about in the producer letter the new pity system, there actually is a date in the bottom corner that says the 2nd of October. Now, usually in those announcement videos, they're referring to PST. So that would be Wednesday, although potentially for me, it's going to be Thursday morning. So at some point later this week, we are going to get a new Dokkan Fest. We already saw in the producer layer, the end had the who's next, and it had like the little fireworks. Now we're getting a hint with this like sphere that kind of shrinks in and then explodes. So obviously there's been a lot of speculation about who this could be. We talked about this a little bit in the video that I made yesterday or the day before, whenever it was. I think it was yesterday, right? Talking about the producer letter and everything that we saw in that video. So I decided to make this tweet. We posted the link in the stream earlier and everything, so shout out to anyone that was at the early stream. We talked about it a little bit and speculated a little bit during the stream, but I made this tweet so that we could make this video. You know, in typical fashion, this was posted at a super early time for me, UK time, so it wasn't something I was able to report on straight away. So rather than this being like a breaking news video, because I imagine most of you guys have seen the hint already, this is more so just going to be me kind of reacting and getting your guys' ideas, seeing what you guys think is going to be the Dokkan Fest based on this hint. So I imagine we are going to get a lot of comments of the dirty fireworks Vegeta, because I know that was my and many other people's initial like thought seeing the fireworks, but we'll go ahead and see. So shout out to everyone who did leave a comment in the thread. If you did not see the tweet or your comment doesn't make it into the video for whatever reason, I'll try and go through most of them, depends how long the thread is. But if you didn't get into the video or you didn't get to see the tweet before it went, the video was recorded, or maybe you just don't use Twitter, do let me know down below in the comment section who you think the Dokkan Fest is going to be. So, of course, straight away, right, we have the dirty fireworks Vegeta as like the first reply, which makes sense. It is, like I say, the first thing that came to mind for me when I saw the fireworks at the end of the hint. We even talked about yesterday, like, maybe the fireworks aren't actually supposed to be a huge hint and it's got something to do with something else. But obviously the fact that they've now shown pretty much the same kind of thing again definitely leads you to believe that they will be included. Now, I have seen a couple of people say this next one, so shout out to Prof. Yeah, since the orb first gets smaller and then explodes, I've seen a lot of people suggest that it could be the Soul Punisher. And the interesting thing is, obviously, we are getting the Tech Gogeta and Physical Janemba EZAs, so it would be kind of interesting to have those lead straight into a new Dokkan Fest Gogeta. Especially if it was like a random one with like unique animations or something, would be very cool. Now, Gogeta is a character who I can see a lot of people straight away's initial thought is like, well, Gogeta, big ticket fusion character. He's a character that would kind of get saved for a big celebration potentially. But the funny thing is, it was the October Dokkan Fest like a few years ago when we got the INT Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So, you know, they have used Gogeta as kind of like a quote-unquote filler Dokkan Fest before. So it would kind of make sense with the EZAs for Tech Gogeta and Physical Janemba coming out that actually it's because we're about to get a new Gogeta. So interesting. I don't know for me personally if I think the hint is that like reminiscent of the Soul Punisher, but it certainly is an interesting alternative to just the Vegeta. So... and we have our boy Mega Nice, Super Saiyan 4 Goku from the Super 17 fight where he did a kamikaze on 17. Yeah, exactly. It's probably not going to be that. Because he doesn't actually even do it, does he? Like, he doesn't actually blow himself up. So, it'd be kind of funny as like a what if, I guess. But also maybe that would, if that was a character from directly being related to the Super 17 arc, we could finally get the Tech LR Super 17 EZA, which... could be interesting. Maybe he could finally be good. But yeah, shout out to Mega Nice. Probably not going to be that one. But then we have Dr. Pritch, Cell blowing up King Kai's planet, Boo blowing up Earth, Frieza destroying Earth in Resurrection of F, Black Star Dragon Balls destroying Earth. It is one of those things that because it is a sphere that explodes, it could be like any time a planet or moon or asteroid or like anything like that is destroyed in Dragon Ball, you could potentially use the that GIF as like a teaser, right? So certainly a couple of interesting options there. Shout out to Dr. Pritch. Dirty Fireworks Vegeta, of course. Final Form Frieza with an intro where he kills Krillin. Yep, and then there's the GIF like right below. Certainly could be. I mean, there's a couple of different things that this could like pertain to, and obviously we talked about the possibility of a Namek celebration with the Dirty Fireworks Vegeta, but could also be the Frieza. I mean, bear in mind, I know Goresh, like shout out to the homie, has mentioned it many times in the past, as I'm sure many people have and are aware of, but we still don't have a proper Dokkan Fest like final form Frieza from Namek. Right, we have Full Power Frieza, the physical one from the very early set of Dokkan Fests. Full Power Frieza has an LR, like Transforming Frieza goes up to Final Form Frieza. We have like the Angel Final Form Friezas and stuff like that, but we don't have a proper Dokkan Fest Final Form Frieza from Namek, so that would be kind of cool. Buff to the AGL Frieza team could certainly be interesting. Then we have this one here, Rose and Malice. So yeah, this is Piccolo destroying the moon during the Saiyan saga to stop the Great Ape Kid Gohan. That is interesting. Certainly something that we haven't had a Piccolo like actual Dokkan Fest for a while. I think it was last year's October Dokkan Fest for JP was when Gohan and Piccolo came out. Not to say that they necessarily wouldn't do it because a Piccolo unit was in the same kind of time spot last year. But that's certainly an interesting one. I certainly haven't seen a lot of people suggest that one as a theory, so that's interesting. For me, it's 3 options: base Vegeta into Great Ape, Piccolo who blows up the moon as an active. There you go. See, people are talking about it. TN with some sort of active or revive involving Chaozu sacrifice. Okay, so like Chaozu exploding himself on Nappa. I guess that could be like, you could say that hint could, like, it's one of those things where it's hard to make these estimations, and there's a lot of times when you feel like some of these hints could mean anything. And then when you do eventually get the thing, like if it was a Chaozu that has the like kamikaze attack, you could look back and say, okay, yeah, that GIF does make sense for that. But when you first see it, it's definitely not one of the first things that comes to my mind, right? So that's interesting. And then, yeah, base Vegeta to Great Ape. I guess the sphere exploding could refer to the, like, the sun sphere or the moon sphere, like the burst open and mix thing. That's kind of interesting. I've definitely not seen that before as a suggestion. Ruben, Planet Namek Saga, the sphere exploding is the planet, in my opinion. Probably a new Frieza final form that transforms into full power. Maybe, and a Goku, hopefully Kaioken. Maybe we get a new Vegeta banner unit and a transforming Zarbon banner unit. I think this person's probably slightly confused because the teaser's just for the next Dokkan Fest. So obviously it's not going to be a dual Dokkan Festival. It's just going to be one like Dokkan Fest exclusive with a banner unit. But certainly would be very interesting. We want to see LR Kid Buu. I mean, yeah, LR Kid Buu, the meme, will live on until he eventually comes out. But yeah, obviously we know this is just a filler Dokkan Fest. So it's not going to be an LR. Celtic Link, I'm leaning towards a TN and Chaozu exchange into TN. I mean, that could be interesting. It's one of those things. It's definitely not like a hype pick for me. Like Saiyan Saga is all well and good, but a lot of the like lesser cast like Z Fighters are not characters I would get super excited for. But Saiyan Saga is a category that could do with some more buffs to bring it back into relevance. So certainly could be interesting. Yeah, Dirty Fireworks Vegeta or Piccolo destroying the moon. Units from Saiyan Saga or Namek Saga. Exactly, this is what I was just saying. Both need a boost. And Saiyan Saga and Namek Saga definitely could do with some new boosts. Namek Saga hasn't actually gotten any buffs in... I can't even remember how long it's been since the last one. So, Piccolo blowing up the moon or Chaozu going kaboom. Yeah, exactly. Another one. A lot of people are thinking the 2 potential Namek Saga options. Krillin getting blown up or the Dirty Fireworks. Yeah, Kakarot, random Kakarot joke scene. Those are some Dirty Fireworks. Could definitely be that. Could be Planet Namek exploding. Yep, another person with the Dirty Fireworks. Krillin exploding. Dokkan Fest exclusive Death Star. I mean, that is a white sphere that then explodes. So, you know. But yeah, Dirty Fireworks, Namek Frieza, Resurrection F Frieza. Oh yeah, this is one that I think, so I did see a comment that somebody mentioned. I think it's, yeah, Drace posted it here as well. So it's the Spirit Bomb being like thrown back at Goku and then like imploding, and then he goes Ultra Instinct for the first time. So that's a unit that people have wanted to see for quite a while, right? The Super Saiyan Blue Goku that then transforms into UI. I think that would definitely be very, very interesting. That's something, you know, we've gotten a lot of reps of Universe 7 buffs recently. Well, it's recently for Global with all the EZAs, and then obviously like the tech UI coming out and stuff like that. That could certainly be very interesting. Yeah, Dirty Fireworks again. Yeah, now Dr. Pritch mentioned this earlier. It's interesting, I've seen a couple of people say this about, yeah, Cell, because he does essentially inflate up into practically a giant sphere and then explode. So that's interesting. And then, yeah, this is a comment that I actually read earlier before I was getting ready to record the video. So looking at some Japanese, Kui, who is obviously the guy who gets like the Dirty Fireworks, gets blown up, is those symbols. And some dictionaries say that it's partly like a pronunciation for his name with those same symbols can be a ball or a sphere. So since the hint is a ball or sphere exploding into fireworks, like if that is the case, like that's something that you would be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's like spot on then. That's definitely the Dirty Fireworks Vegeta. So definitely interesting. Any moment that involves an exploding planet or moon, yeah, exactly, or the Dirty Fireworks. Another Cell expanding and blowing up. Saiyan Saga Piccolo. So we've got a couple of people mentioned the Piccolo destroying the moon. The Nova Shenron cope will never end. Is the hint relevant to Nova Shenron? I haven't rewatched any of the like Shadow Dragon Saga anywhere near enough or recently to know if that has any relevance whatsoever. But Dokkan Fest Nova Shenron, I don't know if that's something we would be getting as a random filler Dokkan Fest, but I suppose you never know at the end of the day. Another Chaozu sacrifice. DFE exploding Krillin, he dies and you lose instantly. Another one with Krillin. Obviously, we're getting the JoJo collab we deserve. I mean, Dokkan, unfortunately, doesn't do collabs with outside games anymore. Who knows? Maybe one day. It's one of those things I've said before in the past. If a new JoJo gacha ever comes out, then I would probably get on that and make content and stuff. But collab for Dokkan, probably not. Dirty Fireworks Vegeta, yeah. Vegeta, again, this is the Namex, the Saiyan Saga one. So that's interesting. Specifically the scene of him killing Nappa, though, because I guess he does have that sort of weird thing where he kind of like implodes into a circle and then explodes. So that's interesting. Saiyan Saga Piccolo, yeah, Piccolo destroying the moon. Quite a few people actually saying the Saiyan Saga Piccolo. So that's definitely been an option that I hadn't thought of that's been mentioned quite a few times now in the thread. So certainly very interesting. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. There's quite a lot of the same ones repeated, but like I said, quite a lot of the ones I had not really thought of before. Piccolo destroying the moon, the Chaozu sacrifice. A lot of people thinking Dirty Fireworks or Krillin. Only saw, I think it was in this thread, we only had one mention of the Soul Punisher from Prof, but I had seen a couple of people say that in the stream as well. So there's certainly quite a few options. We should hopefully get, as we got a teaser today, based on when the data download should be, we should get everything actually tweeted out, like the details and the animations and everything, tomorrow. So I'll be doing an early stream as usual, and then, you know, my early streams usually end around the time that information gets posted. Obviously, if it gets posted by Global as well as JP, which hopefully it should, right, as we are synced now, I'll be able to do a video going over all the info on the new unit once that information is available. But like I say, let me know down below in the comment section, what do you think this hint is referring to? Who is the next Dokkan Fest going to be? Exciting time, right? The first Dokkan Fest coming out after the worldwide, synced, pity system, like all very, very exciting stuff. So make sure you let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section on who you think it could be, who would you like it to be, and yeah, just give me your thoughts on the Dokkan Fest and the pity, all that good stuff. And we will hopefully find out all this information for sure tomorrow. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out all the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.